35-year-old male patient is brought to hospital by police after he cut off his left ear. It's unclear why he's harmed himself, but he's had a couple of stressors in his life. He's had a fight with his friend Paul, and his brother has just gotten engaged. The patient's also been drinking a lot, especially absinthe. If you haven't guessed already, the patient I'm talking about is Vincent van Gogh, or Van Gogh, and he is another in a list of many historical figures that have been retrospectively diagnosed by many physicians and historians. The diagnoses range from epilepsy, porphyria, mood and psychotic disorders, substance use disorders. Many have blamed alcohol, specifically absinthe, for Van Gogh's behaviors leading up to the ear incident or the Christmas crisis, his admission to various asylums, and his unfortunate death where he ended up taking his own life. Absinthe was a very popular drink in Van Gogh's time, and many artists and painters made reference to it in their work. Van Gogh, of course, was no exception. Absinthe influenced the content of his art, but could it have influenced his execution, his style? Absinthe is made from a plant called wormwood, which contains a potentially psychoactive compound called thujone. And too much thujone or thujone poisoning can cause people to see more yellow. And so the stars in Van Gogh's Starry Night are said to be influenced by his absinthe drinking, by the thujone. During Van Gogh's time, so the late 19th century, people were also worried about the potentially hallucinogenic effects of absinthe. They worried that the thujone, and therefore absinthe, caused hallucinations, violence, and erratic behavior. And these fears led to absinthe being banned in many countries across the world. In the end, it probably wasn't something unique to absinthe like the thujone that was leading to hallucinations and violence. Absinthe was just a very potent alcohol and people were drinking a lot of it, and alcohol withdrawal can also cause hallucinations. It's worth noting that absinthe's image in the public consciousness, since being unbanned in the 2000s, late 90s, has actually been rehabilitated. No longer associated with violence, but it does draw heavily from this thujone mythology, this psychedelic mythology that was present during the late 19th, early 20th century that was instrumental in actually getting it banned. So is absinthe the culprit for Van Gogh's behavior? Did it cause him to cut his ear off? Well, we'll never really know, and the truth is probably a lot more complicated than that.